What up, y'all? Welcome back to the Roy the Bottom NASCAR podcast. I'm your host, Zach Mueller. We're back. After one day, I'm back. More news, more stuff to cover, man. I realized I made a decision that I can't just wait around and let the news happen and not cover it, This is kind of what the podcast kind of get hard, Maybe you want to do one episode, one big episode and be done, right? But who knows? I could make a professional or a switch just to YouTube, so the content just kind of stays out. Just kind of goes like one episode, 1 week, one day. I'll come out with some news. It's not like one giant episode, but this is the way we're doing it, and I'm really looking forward to getting into it. A lot of news, lots of news tomorrow. Right now, as we're speaking, the short track package test is going on right now. It's been 2 days. Yesterday, I had tests. There are a lot of interesting news. I'm going to put all this stuff, all the news, all the highlights, all the comments, all in for tomorrow's mini episode, mainly going to be about the short track package, so stay tuned to that. That will probably, I'm not sure. I'll probably put it on as a podcast, but it may just be a YouTube exclusive. Don't forget, go subscribe to my YouTube channel. Link in the description. Let's get into it, man. Lots of news, lots of exciting stuff to talk about. Let's get it. Dawson Crane will drive the JD Motorsports 04 car in Xfinity Series full-time in 2024. He's a young guy. I believe Brendan Poole drove this car last year. He's moving on to a different team. So Dawson Crane, young guy, gonna have a great opportunity here in JD Motorsports to improve and get some experience. Next one, Jack Wood will do full-time ARCA West schedule and 14 races for McNally Hillegrim Racing. I'm not sure I'm saying that correctly, but truck will be the 91 Kevin Bellecourt will crew chief both for the West races and the truck races. Hopefully I'm saying his name well. His names are some long names. So it looks like Jack Wood. Jack Wood he was a part-timer for KBM last year in the truck series. And now he's going to have, a really good opportunity in the ARCA series and have some good truck series starts. So he'll have a very, very busy season next year, which I think will be good. Lots of racing, lots of opportunity to improve his craft. Just stay busy. And his stats last year, he ran 13 truck races. He had 0 wins, 2 top 10s, 0 top 5s, 0 poles, 2 DNFs, laps led at 4. His average finish was 21.3. I feel like with him, like he was in a really good truck. Now that still was a new team for KBM, so that they were still trying to get used to those new trucks. Maybe Chevrolet engines and different crew members. But and it looks like it was a rough year for him. But it looks like here he's gonna have a great opportunity to build his craft and hopefully improve and maybe have a chance to win some races. I don't know much about his team is going to, especially the West ARCA team. There's not much competition in ARCA, so I assume with this full-time output, this team has a lot of resources to give to him to perform. Next topic, Tim Fugle, whatever. Again, this is terrible, man. I can't pronounce names for crap. Last year, he was Kevin Harvick's spotter last year. He will spot for Ryan Blaney in 2024. The team has confirmed Blaney's former spotter Josh Williams' plans haven't been confirmed, but he's spotted for Zane Smith this year in trucks. So that would be likely landing spot for him over at Spire. Blaney's former spotter Josh Williams is leaving and most likely going to go to Spire because he spotted for Zane Smith and Zane Smith's going over there. So now Brian Blaney's going to get Kevin Harvick's former spotter, his main spotter, and I think this will be a great opportunity for Brian Blaney to have a very experienced guy to be able to spot for him, and definitely I think they'll have a good amount of time. They'll have one race before the 500 and a dual race to build some craft and maybe get some connections. So he'll probably be in the shop a lot during the rest of the offseason to kind of work on chemistry, conversational, learn what Blaney likes during the race, how he wants things to be said to him. But happy for Tim and happy for Blaney to be able to find a great spotter that's going to be able to help him with spotting for him and giving him right information. So congrats to Blaney. Also, some more Spire. Speaking of Spire, former Harvick engineer Stefan Doran to crew chief Zane Smith And then Luke Lambert moves from legacy to crew chief Carson Osavar. So we got some crew chiefs moving around different teams. Luke Lambert was Noah Gragson's crew chief last year, and then Gragson had the whole situation. He probably stayed there, but now Luke Lambert's going to get an opportunity to move over to with Carson Osavar. I'm telling you, Spire is making some big time moves. I don't know who's Steven Dorn, if that's even how I'm saying him again. I don't know who he is, but I know Luke Lambert was Noah Gragson's crew chief up in Junior Motorsports. He's an experienced guy, so I think Spire's they're putting the money down to get these top quality guys for their drivers to be able to. Just a good crew chief is important. They want a crew chief that's good communication, can communicate well, is great with strategy. I think Lucas Lambert. I know him well. He's a successful crew chief, and it's gonna be great for both guys. This is a big year for Spire. Two young guys, one a veteran, and Corey LaJoy to go after another good season. And then next, Noah Gragson was apparently spotted at SHR Shops, Stewart House Shop. Noah Gragson was spotted. Someone must have took a picture of him. He must have been chatting up with someone who knows who it was. But it looks like there's been rumors that Noah Gragson was going to be going to Stewart Haas, and looks like those rumors are becoming truer and truer by the minute. So Noah Gragson has been pretty busy. He ran the Snowball Derby. He's been doing a lot of stuff to get a lot of track time, a lot of driving time. And I wonder if Stewart Haas is just waiting, just milking this whole thing. Let this conspiracy theories, let all the people give their comments below. This to me is a done deal. I think Noah Gragson's going to the 10. It's gonna be exciting. When that drop happens, I'm excited. I'm interested to see what the sponsors are going to be, because he has a little connection with Black Rifle, a little connection with Wendy's, and depending on what the situation he did have, if they're going to stick around. And also Bass Pro Shops. Who knows? They were not with him during his first year, full-time year Cup. Who knows? They may have made a change, and maybe Tony Stewart has some connections there. They sponsored Josh Berry a little bit. No, not Josh Berry. I'm actually the same thing with Josh Berry. Who knows if Bass Pro Shops is going to sponsor him? It'll be interesting when this announcement will be for Noah Gragson. But yeah, cool stuff. Interesting stuff. Next, NASCAR unveiled their 58,000 square foot production facility today next to the R&D center. $53 million investment includes 3 studios, 8 control rooms, 4 announcer booths, can do live events, live production, will be doing Xfinity Series in 2025. Teams/drivers will be allowed to use this faculty. So yeah, NASCAR just unveiled this massive production facility. They actually announced this was going on during their State of Sport address. I want to read Ben Kennedy's comments. We cut the ribbon on the new NASCAR production/studios building today. This is going to be the hub of the future of content in our sport. Looking forward to seeing the great work that's going to come out of this building starting soon. So yeah, they cut the ribbon on this big building. There's a little picture of the logo in the building, the front entrance. This is a big deal. The fact that they're going to be being able to allow drivers to come in here and make content will be able to be important, because that's what they got. They got us more content of our drivers is going to be important to growing the sport. Showing the personality of these drivers is important. A lot of people were speculating. I was seeing some comments that maybe now that it has 4 announcer booths, like they could literally do a race from that booth. They could have, what Fox Sport already does, the Truck Series, most of the Truck Series races inside their Charlotte studio. So this is going to allow them, it's a cool feature. I hope all the races for Xfinity are all at the track, because that makes the experience better. The fans, even the announcers can see things better. They're all relying on cameras when they're in a booth, but that gives them the option if they need to. But it'll be cool, it'll be cool. I guess drivers will be allowed, and that's going to be important. Maybe teams will be able to use this to promote their products, car schemes, whatever. Maybe a smaller team could get access. A smaller team that doesn't have the capacity to do all that extra content, they could be able to use this to promote their team, track, car, driver. Really awesome stuff. Next, let's get into some paint scheme rating and reviewing. Let's see here. we got 4 paint schemes that we have to review. Um, so let's start off. Chris Buescher's 2024 Fastenal paint scheme. There is going to be a picture up on the screen if you're watching this on YouTube. Chris Buescher's Fastenal scheme, and this is the new Dark Horse Mustang. It has a very kind of a blue base type color, but then the front of the car and the back have a little bit of that black, dark black. I gotta say, with a little bit of some blue trim at the bottom. I mean, it's definitely different, newer. Yeah, it has a nice little cool cut. Look to some of the white imprints. Fastenal, big time sponsor for RFK. I'm happy that they're still around and they're always changing it up. I mean, RFK always coming out with some fire schemes, and I don't know. I kind of like the other one too. Yeah, just a simple blue, but I do like how they changed it up, add a little bit of that black in there. I'm gonna give this scheme around a 7.2. It's great, but I feel there's just always some more potential there. But also, Fastenal has some simple colors. It's nothing too pretty, but I just, man, I don't know. I just wish maybe it was solid blue. I don't know. It is cool though, but there's always room for improvement. I feel like when it comes to paint schemes, but cool paint scheme. Next topic. Next paint scheme. Another RFK paint scheme. Here's the article that RFK posted on X. First BK scheme drop for 2024. Introducing Kioski's No 6 Fastenal Company 4, which will be carrying Fastenal's Bodyguard brand for 2 races in 2024. Martinsville Spring, the first one, and then the Brickyard, the Brickyard 400. So this scheme kind of has the same look as what Fastenal was. It's actually orange, and then it has the black in the front and black in the back with maybe some orange trimming around the bottom. I don't know, orange to me, I love orange cars. They're Kings of Wine car. I love that car because it's just bright orange. It's just bold. And Bodyguard, I believe, is just like a Fastenal partner, sponsor, brand, company, tool. I don't know. So I have seen their schemes. I felt like I don't know what the last scheme was that I think Chris Buescher had one of their Bodyguard schemes that I felt like this to me, I don't know, it's very simple in a sense because there's nothing like cool, like lines are just bright. It's just black and orange. Simple. But I don't know, I just think the orange really, really pops. I don't know, I love orange cars. I just think they make the whole car just better. Make it more bright. And I think they got chrome numbers. I'm going to give this one a little bit better. I'm going to give this a 7.8. I think it's better. I like blue. I think the orange cars just pop more and a little more brightness. But another cool scheme. Kind of the same thing as what Buescher has, just orange. And then the next one is Chase Elliott's Napa scheme. Chase Elliott, new Napa scheme. It's got a base blue color. I think their last color was like a base was like maybe like a white, a little bit of blue in there. I gotta say, a lot of fans from the comments were saying that they wish there was a little more yellow, and I have to agree. I feel like there's like white and blue and not enough yellow. I think there's a little more yellow because that's like their color of their logo. I feel like yellow just makes it more bright. I tell you, like bright yellow, orange, those colors just make it bright. But I still like the scheme. I guess I like it better than the other one because it's like I felt like Chase Elliott's old scheme was more like a mix of colors. It had a white here, maybe like a blue there, the yellow logo. So I kind of like this because it's kind of like one solid color. But yeah, cool scheme. I'm gonna give this. I like this more than the other one. I don't know, just because it's like one solid color. I'm gonna give this. As I sip some water, I'm gonna give this a 8.1. It's good. It's good. But there's always could be some better improvements. More yellow. And I agree with all the fans. More yellow. And it does kind of remind me. It has like a little throwback to the old like Michael Waltrip cars, like back in 2001, 2002. It has like more of that look to it, which is kind of cool. So like I just thought of that, but it does kind of remind you of the old Michael Waltrip Napa cars. So I make that cool. And the next one, William Byron's Liberty University car. Holy crap! This scheme is the exact same scheme as last year. They were like, oh, Hendrick Motorsports' post on X was, "It's a Fiesta with Liberty U's 2024 colors. See the whole car here." It's very, I don't know, I can't tell. It looks the exact same. But it is cool that they're keeping it the same. They're not trying to switch it up. Car air conditioning is important. I feel like NASCAR, and that's like where NASCAR struggles, right? In the early 2000s, maybe going into the early 2010s, really most teams had one sponsor. So fans could relate to that one car. They can pull, oh, hey, Eminem's car is Kyle Busch. I know that because that's all he drives. It's Kyle Busch, right? Eminem's is Kyle Busch, right? Dale Earnhardt was black. It was always black. Car was always black. And then you had Jeff Gordon with the flames and the rainbow, right? That was Jeff Gordon, right? Dale Jr. was, the Budweiser car. It was always Budweiser. So, I think car condition is good, and now, they're staying with the same scheme. And also, it's the sponsor's decision, I think. I don't think the sponsor really, they just want to keep the same scheme. And I think most of the time, I think it all comes down to what the sponsor wants. It's not what the teams, the sponsor's the one paying them the money. But yeah, cool schemes. I'm gonna give this one. I never rated schemes before, but I'm gonna give this one a 6.5. It's good, but I've seen it a lot, so my mind doesn't really look at it as like, holy crap, this is incredible type vibes. But cool scheme, couple cool schemes. Looking forward to seeing what this new, especially with this new Toyota body and all these, the Ford's new Mustang, the new schemes and the way they work around the body and how that will look. Because it'll be, kind of a new look to the car besides the Chevrolet. But yeah, what I love just as much as NASCAR? Buns. But not just any buns. The most delicious buns ever. That's where King's Hawaiian is. Because they got pretzel buns, Hawaiian sweet roll buns, savory buns, jalapeno buns, whole wheat buns. They also got hot dog rolls, hamburger buns, sub rolls. They got sliced breads for your sandwiches. Right now, if you go to their website at kingsofhawaiian.com, you can check out all the recipes. Also, if you spend more than $30 on the website, you get free standard mainland shipping. This ad is not sponsored. Next topic, Advent Health says, see you later, Trackhouse, as they sign for a multiple race deal with Legacy Motor Club, the newly backed Toyota team. Also, we'll have additional races with Jimmy Johnson. This is some big sponsorship news. Here's an article and a quote from what Adam Stern said. While there was some industry speculation that first Advent Health left Trackhouse because it didn't want to be associated with a beer brand, company president and CEO Terry Shaw said that the move was more so because Busch Beer was taking up so much inventory. So I guess there was a speculation that because it was a health company, didn't really want to be associated with a driver that also was sporting beer because beer isn't as beer and health don't really max, right? But it looks like it was just because Busch Beer was had took up so much races, and I guess Advent Health wanted to be able to sponsor a couple more races. But this is big for Trackhouse. I mean, I was surprised. Advent Health was a big-time sponsor for Trackhouse. I mean, they were really into Ross Chastain. In their paint scheme, they had like a little part of a watermelon to kind of like showcase what their driver is like from a watermelon farm. But I'm really surprised. But this is a great opportunity for Legacy Motor Club to get this sponsorship from Advent Health. Eric Jones will race 6 races for Advent Health, including the Daytona 500. So Advent Health will be on Eric Jones's car for the 500. They actually had a little sneak peek of the scheme that they're running at the NASCAR test that's happening right now. Yeah, it looks cool. It looks pretty basic. I assume that they haven't really, they just threw the wrap on. Maybe that'll be what the scheme mostly looks like. It just needs some more sponsor brands on it, right? Because I don't think they put all their sponsors on. But then also, Jimmy Johnson will race 3 races for Advent Health. I think Jimmy Johnson's going to be running 10 races this year for Toyota. Toyota, man, Jimmy Johnson was the king for Chevy, and now he's moving over to Toyota. He's going to be racing elite, guaranteed 3 races. Will be Texas and Kansas, and then in May it'll be Charlotte. So 3 races right now are announced for what Jimmy Johnson will be running. It'll be interesting to see how many races Jimmy Johnson. I guess he's racing 10, but what races he does. Maybe he'll run. I'm going to be interested if he's going to run Dover. He's the all-time wins leader at Dover. So it'll be interesting to see. Great for Legacy Motor Club to get a big-time sponsor. So congrats to them. Joey Logano thinks NASCAR fans are spoiled. Listen here.
Our fans are spoiled, and I love our race fans, but think about other sports for a second. Think about it. When are you going to meet an NFL player? Can you access an NFL player?
Nope.
Anytime, like 3 hours before a game? No. You can.
Well, maybe if you're Taylor Swift.
Yeah, okay. Maybe if you're Taylor Swift.
One exception.
But you can meet me 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes before I get in the race car. You can take a picture with me. I am there. And all the other racers are the same thing. They all, we walk down a red carpet, and there is people on both sides of us, and all the drivers stop and sign autographs, or at least try their hardest to, right? It's hard to get everybody, but you try your hardest to. That is the norm in our sport. That doesn't happen in any other sport at all. So to say we're not accessible is wrong. That is not the case at all. We are very accessible. And when you think of race car drivers that are staying in a motorhome now, I don't know. I mean, I feel like the race car drivers that I know and get to know, they are normal folk. Like, there's no, I don't see, there's a couple of them that maybe live a little bigger lifestyles than others, but the majority of them are normal racers. And they're really not any different than the racer that's racing on Saturday night. They just been doing it on a little bigger stage, and yeah, they may have made a little bit more money. And that, it changes a little bit of their lifestyle here and there, but they're still racers at heart.
If NASCAR fans are spoiled, don't blame the fan. You should be blaming NASCAR then for giving fans one of the coolest experiences in all sports. The fact that you have the opportunity to meet your favorite driver at a race is really cool. Now, in my opinion, you don't get the opportunity all the time because there's always so many drivers making appearances in the fan zone. That's the one thing NASCAR has, is the fan zone, where most of the time drivers are making sponsor appearances. And that allows the fans to meet the driver. And also, NASCAR has more ticket options to give the fans. They have, pre-race pass, a track pass, a VIP pass. They have more options for you to get more access to your driver. He wants to compare it to the NFL. Well, the NFL doesn't really give you that access. They don't want to give you that access because it doesn't make the players as valuable. Danny Hamlin once said, the more you give something to someone, the less valuable it is, right? The more time, most NASCAR drivers' autographs are not worth as much because they're signing so much memorabilia with their autograph. And the thing is, yes, to me, drivers are more accessible, but you still got to pay money. The fans are still putting down a heavy price for the access. And also NASCAR, in my opinion, their accessibility is not. NASCAR fans don't get as much accessibility as what maybe NHRA is or sports car racing. Like NHRA, you get a free pit pass with NHRA. You could literally go to every tent, every little garage they have set up with their car, and the drivers are always signing. You can literally go to every single driver and get an autograph and a picture, everything, okay? And see the cars up close, dude. That's the thing. But that's what NHRA is. That's how they're doing it, right? NASCAR still, you still gotta pay money to give fans experience, right? And also, NASCAR is different. They have sponsors. NASCAR teams have a lot of sponsors. So sponsors are most of the time telling a driver that they want them to make an appearance at a certain booth. You can't be blaming that on fans. That's a sponsor. You as a driver have a responsibility to represent your brand. And I think that's cool. Most of the time, if you're going to your first race, you're gonna have a chance to get a driver, but still, you still gotta be in the right position, right time. If a driver's making an appearance at a Chevy booth, they get out. There's only gonna be so many fans able to get there and rush there. The driver can't sign every single person's autograph. He's got things to do, places to go. So yes, but that's what. There's, in most NFL, the NFL does not have a fan zone. They might have a little tent booth area to hang out, but they don't have a fan zone with sponsors. There's just more sponsors. So, and then he also talks about, NASCAR drivers in motorhomes. And he also says how most NASCAR drivers are just hardcore racers. They're not out there trying to be, fashion models, or they don't have this lavish lifestyle. Some drivers are living big, making that cheese and cheddar. because, back then, most drivers, you could have been running 40th every week and you were making more than most drivers are today. But that also has to do with more sponsors. Most sponsors now are paying more. The sponsorship money is a lot lower now. It's still high, but back then they were giving every sponsor, any sponsor, and every company was wanting to be a part of NASCAR, so it's different. So yes, most drivers are just your typical dude racing on a Saturday night, right? Normal house, right? They're not living too lavish, but I think most NASCAR drivers are probably making over $1 million. But for him to out here saying that NASCAR fans are spoiled, like he's like taking a shot at us, like it's our fault. I love that. I think that's one of the coolest things that you get a chance to, you don't really have a chance to meet your driver every single week. Because most of the time, if you're just buying a regular race ticket, most of the time that driver may not be making an appearance. So most likely you're not going to have that chance to get your favorite driver autograph. I went to Walton's Glen one time. I'm a Brad Keselowski fan. He's my favorite driver. Okay. We didn't buy any extra pass. We bought a hospitality pass, right? But that doesn't have track access. Brad Keselowski made an appearance for Trackside Live. And after that, I might go over to get an autograph. I was 18 years old. I'm 19 now. I'm an 18-year-old kid wanting to get this autograph from Brad Keselowski. I'm 18 years old trying to get this autograph. And like the coolest thing about that, getting that autograph was one of the coolest things ever. It made my day. Like I'm 18, I'm getting excited over an autograph for my favorite driver after all these years of supporting him. Like to me, the fact that drivers can kind of make someone's day or a fan's day is to me one of the coolest things ever. Those drivers should really realize that and realize that they can impact a kid's life in so many ways. So for him to say that they're spoiled, yes, there's a lot of access, but the fans, you still got to pay a big chunk of money to get that access. And that's, NASCAR allows that. We should be thanking NASCAR that they give us that much access and that ability to get that type of access. That's a wrap on today's episode. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Don't forget this will be out on YouTube. There'll be clips from this episode out. Lots of different stuff coming out from this episode. Stay tuned for tomorrow or Friday. I'll have an episode out about all the short track package news. Hit the like button on it. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit the like button, comment, like, share, all that. Don't forget, if you're listening on my podcast, hit the review button, give me a couple stars, tell me how you think. Looking forward to continue to put out content for you guys. One wise man once said, content is king. Don't forget, get some King Hawaiian rolls, get some good, delicious buns, savory, sweet, jalapeno, all the good stuff, man. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.